What up, motherfuckers? Amazon Trapper here, right? If you've been listening to any Amazon content, you've probably heard terms like FBA, FBM, and there's a long list of very important terminology and lingo that Amazon sellers use. If you have no idea what the fuck we're talking about, you're probably gonna have a hard time selling on Amazon. These things took me over a year to learn and master. I'm gonna break them down to you in just 5 minutes while going for a walk. So let's go. So what's the first term we got?
First term is ASIN.
So an ASIN is essentially the social security number for your product. All of the products sold on Amazon have a unique code called an ASIN, which is used to differentiate all the items, and you're gonna need this code to add the product to your store or search it and do product research.
It's a buy box.
What is a buy box? The buy box is essentially just a featured offer button on an Amazon listing. So if you or I go on Amazon as a customer and we see the buy now feature, that's the buy box. And as a seller, you want to have time in the buy box because that's where a lot of your sales will come from.
What's FBA?
FBA, fuck bitches, hey, nah, I'm just kidding. FBA means fulfilled by Amazon. This is the side of the business where you don't send any shipments out to the customers yourself. What you'll do is you'll buy your inventory, you'll ship it into Amazon's fulfillment center. When you get a sale, they'll send it to the customer. If there's any discrepancies with the order and the customer send you a message, Amazon will handle all the customer service, so you don't have to worry about it.
What's FBM?
FBM is fulfilled by merchant. This side of the business, you will be responsible for storing all of your products, also shipping it out when you get an order. You will also be responsible for handling any customer service. The pro to FBM is you flip your money faster. The con is it's a lot more work from you. The pros of FBA is it's less work from you, but it flips your money a little bit slower.
What's the BSR?
BSR is best sellers rank. And this essentially is showing you where this product ranks as far as sales go on Amazon. So for example, if a product has a 1 million BSR, it's selling very slow. If a product has a 1 BSR, it's selling very fast. The closer the number is to 0, the faster it's selling, and the better it will be for you as an Amazon seller. What up, Trapper? If you're interested in learning how me and my team can help you start and scale your Amazon business, click the link in my bio to book a 100% free call. We'll walk you through everything. See you soon.
SKU or SKU?
SKU means stock keeping unit, and this is essentially a custom code that you can use as a seller to keep track of your inventory. You could also put in the date or the cost that you pay for the item, etc., just to be further organized on your end.
What's a UPC?
UPC is a universal product code specifically for that product, and it's required to have that barcode to be able to list it on Amazon.
What's PPC?
PPC is pay per click, and it's essentially just an advertising cost that you can use to run on your listing. Essentially, if you're doing arbitrage, you won't need to worry about this. This is something that people who do private label use to drive views and sales to their product.
So what's an FNSKU then?
FNSKU means financial network niggas in trouble. Niggas is in trouble, gang. We in trouble. We in fucking trouble. So the FNSKU for the nerds out there means Fulfillment Network Stock Keeping Unit, and it's essentially a barcode for Amazon to be able to know which product is yours, which product is mine, which product is hers, etc. And these labels are basically going to let Amazon know when they sell a product that it was your product, so they can give you the money for it.
What's private label?
Private label is the business model of selling custom products on Amazon. So if I wanted to create, like a pet toy or a children's toy, I could outsource these products, put my branding on it, and sell it on Amazon as a brand new brand.
Prep centers.
A prep center is a third-party facility that you can use as an Amazon seller to send your products directly there. They'll package them, label them up for you however you need them to be prepped. Send them off to Amazon so you never have to touch them or see them. The most common reasons why people use prep centers are wholesalers. If you're selling in bulk and you don't have a storage facility or somewhere where you could do all this, you could just order it right to a prep center. They'll take care of it for you. Another common reason why people use prep centers is if you live in a state where they charge tax for the products that you're buying to resell, you can essentially send your inventory to a prep center in a tax-free state. For example, if you live in, let's say, New York City, and you're ordering a bunch of clothes or electronics, and in New York you have a high sales tax on those items, you can ship them to a state like New Jersey who has no sales tax on clothes, and essentially you would avoid paying all the tax on those products. And then obviously the prep center will go ahead and prep them for you however they need to be prepped, send them off to Amazon, so you would save a little bit of money on the taxes.
Hazmat.
So a hazmat is short for hazardous material and is essentially a label put on any products that could be hazardous to ship or something that needs special care and handling. For example, hairspray, like a can of hairspray would be considered a hazmat, because if it gets punctured the wrong way or in conditions that aren't right for it, it could potentially explode, blow someone the fuck up. Now all of a sudden you got workers flying out the roof and shit. So you want to make sure that you are paying attention to the hazmat warning. You said what's a listing? What's a listing? Okay, so
What's a listing?
oh, you said what's a listing? A listing is a product page created by a brand or seller for this specific product. A listing is what the customers go to buy that product. Bitch. Negative feedback is what happens when you have a Ken or a Karen that you sell a product to, and for some reason, they ordered butterscotch candy and they got the wrong one. They leave a comment, you get negative review, negative feedback, and basically you're fucked. It's going downhill from here, buddy. So make sure you're doing the right thing, because you don't want any negative seller feedback. On a serious note though, make sure you're shipping your orders out on time. Make sure you are giving the customers what they're paying for, because you don't want negative seller feedback. It can impact your buy box percentage. It could also impact your sales in general. The people who are ordering from you want to be able to trust you. They want to make sure that they're going to get the right thing, the quality, and that it's going to be there on time. So avoid negative seller feedback at all costs. Even if you have to lose a couple dollars, just take care of the customer and keep your rating high. You say you want to know about a suppressed listing?
Yeah, what's a suppressed listing?
So a suppressed listing is essentially when Amazon removes the buy box or the featured offer. Typically this happens when the current sale price is higher than the industry average or industry standard. For example, if you are selling pumpkin spice Swiss Miss hot cocoa packets on Amazon, and you're selling a 2-pack for $20, but they cost $1.99 each at Walmart, even though people on Amazon will still buy your 2 boxes for $20, in Amazon's eyes, you're overcharging because the industry standard price is much, much lower. So Amazon will actually end up suppressing the listing. It's super important for you guys to know that when you see a suppressed listing, it does not mean that you can't get sales. It's actually a good sign as a third-party seller to see it suppressed, because that means that other sellers have the price jacked way up high, which means that you'll probably make a lot of money from it. You say you want to know about the referral fees. So the referral fee is essentially what Amazon is charging you for letting you get a sale on their platform. It's basically Amazon's tax to you as a seller. Obviously, Amazon platform is fucking huge and they have a lot of customers on there. So why wouldn't they charge you for letting you go on their platform and make money? It's just a tax to Amazon. It's a tax to Jeff Bezos. That's why he's fucking filthy rich.
What's a removal order?
So a removal order is a request from you, the seller, to Amazon to have them resend you your products that you sent into FBA. Say for example, you have a product that hasn't been selling, or maybe it was selling and now the units you have in there are expired. Rather than let Amazon, destroy them or throw them out, you can put in a removal order and they will send you back all your stuff. Stranded inventory, you said? Stranded inventory is when your listings have went inactive. So the products you have at Amazon's FBA centers are stranded because you can't sell them. type shit. Nah, but stranded inventory is basically when, for whatever reason, your items have went inactive. Maybe you got regated on a product. Maybe the brand kicked everybody off the listing and you already had your items sent into a fulfillment center. Your products, if you get kicked off a listing or if the listing shuts down, will be labeled as unfillable inventory, and from there you will have to create a removal order to get them back.
What's a bolo?
What's a bolo? Well, first of all, what you need to know about a bolo is that a bolo is fucking popping. Like, a bolo is what you and the boys be talking about in the group chat. Bolo, there's a bolo, new bolo just came out. A bolo, in layman's terms, means be on the lookout. But in Amazon seller terms, a bolo is like, go fucking find some of these because they're selling good. That's what a bolo is. A bolo is when I'm outsourcing and I'm going to specific stores, I have bolos at that stores. Products to where I see them, I put them in my cart. I already know they're good. I don't need to scan them. A bolo is something that you already sold. You know it's on fire. You know it's good. Or maybe you know a certain time of year this product does really good. We call those bolos. Right now, it's the Hibbit sale going on. What's the bolos? Well, we know we're getting this, and this. So now you and your friends you get where I'm going with this shit. You get it. Bolo.
What's a busser?
What's a busser? I think I coined the term busser. And basically what a busser is, a busser is like a bolo, but a busser is something that you found on the spot. And a busser can turn into a bolo, right? So like, if I go into motherfucking Ollie's right now and I find a busser, I probably just found that for the first time, right? Any other time I go back and get that, I'm calling it a bolo because I already know it's a busser. But a busser is like a spontaneous, miraculous, exponentially rewardable product that you find on the spot. You got me?
Okay.
A busser can turn into a bolo. Once you know it's a busser, then now every time you go back to that store, you're looking for your bolo. You're on the lookout for what you already know is a busser.
So busser is right now, bolo is you already know.
Exactly. A busser is something you find on the spot for the first time. A bolo is something you already know is good.
But a bolo is always a busser.
Yeah. So you can find a busser on the spot, and then it could turn into a bolo. But a bolo
is always a busser, right? A bolo is a busser.
A bolo
like
is something.
Is
a bolo is a known busser that you knew about. A busser is something that you didn't know about that you just found today on the spot, live action, live on film.
Thank you for that.
A thermal printer is a 4x6, also a 2x1 label printer that takes no ink. So you don't have to worry about buying ink. You're trying to print your labels out, your shit ran out of ink. Now you're fucking pissed. Now you got road rage because you got home, you got comfortable, you were about to send your shit out. You realize you don't got no ink. So now you at Staples giving the worker a fucking attitude because you're mad because you ran out of ink. Now the clerk is mad because he's having a bad day already and you came in here on some bullshit because you ran out of ink. So if you want to make the world a better place, just get a fucking thermal printer because you don't need ink and it's pretty simple to use.
What's a restocking fee?
So I'm gonna give y'all some crazy sauce right here. A lot of people don't know about this. Most Amazon sellers don't know about this, and I use this method to make sure I never lose money on shipping. Here's what a restocking fee is. Anytime you get a refunded order and the customer returns it, right? They get a refund. I bet you didn't know that you could go into that order and charge the customer up to 19% restocking fee without giving any photos or evidence that what you're charging them for even happens. For example, you ship out this pair of shoes, the customer returns it, the shoes are 100% fine to resell. You charge the customer a 19% restocking fee for inconveniencing you in your life by having to relist this. You know, it's a mess. So what you need to do as a third-party seller, anytime you get a refund, anytime you get a return, charge the customer a 19% restocking fee and stop losing money on shipping. What's an offer count? So an offer count is essentially the number of third-party sellers who are also selling this product. If you pull up a listing and it says the offer count is 20, there's 20 people who are selling this product currently, and that could be good or bad depending on a couple other things. So in Amazon FBA world, there's two different types of reviews, right? There's the review on the product itself, and then there's the review for you as a seller. The reviews on the product themselves matter because typically the product with a higher review count is probably selling more. For example, if you are in the store and you scan a product, it has 4 reviews, I could safely assume that that product is not selling much. If I scan a product and it has 400 reviews, it's safe to say that that product is probably selling a lot more than the product with less reviews. Now, as a seller, why do the reviews matter? Again, the customer can click on your seller account and look at your reviews, look at your account history and your account health, and make sure that you are a good seller in their eyes before they buy off of you. So it's important to have good reviews as a third-party seller to give you a higher chance of getting buy box percentage and to give you a higher percentage of people who are going to shop with you. ROI is your return on investment. ROI is not your profit. Let's break this down. If you spend $100 and your ROI is 30%, you're going to make back $130. That doesn't mean you made $30 profit. It's just the return on your initial investment. If you spent $100 and you made $30, that's a 30% ROI. Margin is your profit. So, for example, if you are operating at a 20% margin and you spend $100 and you make 20 profit, you made 20% margins. Now, you can spend $100 and your ROI and your margins can be different. So it's important to know that ROI is not margins. ROI is your return on investment that you spent. Your margin is the percentage of profit that you made from your investment. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, cool. I said, what's an op?
An op? Y'all want to know what an op is? An op is another seller that you see in the store that you frequent at a lot. If you go to this Ollie's 3-4 times a week and the people in there know you, the managers know you, the employees know you, you walk in there, oh, hey, Trapper, oh, hey, boom. In my eyes, this is my store, right? So when you go in that store and you see a fucking stranger in there pushing his cart, not even in the good aisles, when you see him, that's your op. Because why are you in my store? You know I'll be in this store every day. I never seen you here. You never did it. I'm the biggest in the city. You said, what's a goofy?
What's a goofy?
A goofy is a store employee or manager who's cock blocking you for whatever reason. They mad because you came in here and you bought all the butterscotch crimpets, or she mad because you came in here and you got all the pumpkin spice syrups. So now they don't want to give you the discount that you know you're supposed to get, or it could be hating. It's just any general hating from the people who are working at the store that you're shopping at. If you're shopping at an op store, the ops are also goofies, but the goofies can be the people who work at the store who are just mad at you because they hate their job.
So goofies are always ops, but ops are sometimes not goofy.
Yeah, goofies are always ops, but ops aren't always goofy.
Okay.
You remember the one op we ran into in Ollie's? He was an op at first, but then I realized he was a nice guy. He
checked in.
He checked in. He knew I was the biggest in the city. He had to check in with me. It was nothing else for him to do. Once he checked in, he was no longer a goofy or an op. He was just a trapper. You check in, you could be a trapper.
Okay, that's tough.
All right, cool. So if you're a newbie into the Amazon scene, into the Amazon culture, everything that I just said, you're gonna hear these terms one way or another. Some of them you might hear more than others. Some of them, you know, if you're a part of the cool people on the scene and not the robotic people on the scene, you might hear things like buster and goofy and shit like that. You know, if you know, you know. Some people like to use cool, hip lingo and slang, and some people are old school. But in any case, these are the most commonly used terms for Amazon in general. Hope you like this video. If you want to learn more, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. I gotta say that now since I'm a YouTuber. And as always, it was fucking nice making this video for y'all. We enjoy this. This is fun to us. Hope it's fun for you. I hope it's entertaining for you. And we on our YouTube grind, so any specific videos y'all want to see, I'ma do it. If you tell me what to do, I'ma do it. If you tell me what to do, I'ma do it. I'm the biggest in the city. Drop your suggestions in the comments, and that's how we on it. Trapper 2024 to infinity. We getting money. Fuck your boss. He's a bitch. Tell him I said so. Show him this video. Let him know you quit. All of that good shit. The biggest in the city, the flyest in the city. I'm at a park. We lit. We lit.